So hey guys, it's Ziant again, and today I want to talk about something that, if you've ever played with me, with the crew, you know that I talk about all the time, but it's something that I've really wanted, selfishly, for many first-person shooters, for almost as long as I've been playing them. I'm talking specifically about the voiceovers that you hear as you're playing the game. As with any first-person shooter, sound is important, and knowing that someone is losing B, or that we've neutralized the objective one way or the other, or we've captured something, or the objective is armed, or the objective is disarmed, whatever it is, sound, especially vocalizations, voiceovers, are important for the multiplayer experience. But I find that a lot of the voiceovers you see in games are lacking in ferocity or excitement. Now, there are exceptions like enemy AC on Turkey above! But those are exceptions, like I say, not the rule of the matter. And some of my favorite voiceovers are some of the oldest, and I'm talking specifically about the Quake sounds. You know, the double kill, triple kill, ultra kill, those sort of things. And you see sort of that continuation in the Halo franchise. But as I often say as a joke when I'm playing, any game can be made better with Quake sounds. Of course, I'm not completely serious about that, because that would be silly. But I still think that games are still something that require a bit of levity to them, and I could not shoot this chopper for the life of me. And I'm talking, again, specifically about multiplayer games, because there's really no story to a multiplayer game. I mean, there are exceptions. Again, like Team Fortress 2, Valve is working really hard to make a story for that game. Left 4 Dead has an inbuilt story. Battlefield has a quote-unquote story about their multiplayer games, that, you know, the Russians are doing something and the Americans need to stop it, and vice versa. But I still feel that if you're going to tell a compelling story in a game, you should do it primarily within the single-player space. And no matter how realistic your game is going to be, in the multiplayer sense, there's always going to be a sense of silliness about it. Even a mod or a game like Arma 2 or DayZ, where you're really serious all the time because death is a constant threat, or, you know, it's the most realistic military shooter ever. Yes, but it's still a game. There are still not real people dying. There are still guns that don't act like real guns. And because sound is such an important part of the multiplayer game that we play these days, I think there should be sound rewards, just as there are kill streaks, or, you know, ribbons for combat efficiency, or ribbons for rush attack, or whatever you get rewards for. It shouldn't just be visual and, you know, stat-based. There should be audio rewards, like there. I mean, like there are in Call of Duty. When you get a nuke and you call it in, when you get an AC-130 and you call it in, when you get any sort of kill streak that's really worth anything, and you hear the announcers say that you have gotten that kill streak, that it's ready to be deployed, that you're deploying it. If you worked hard for that streak, you're going to feel good and accomplished, not only because you see the physical representation of it on the screen, you know, there's the dog symbol, there's the all this and that, the other thing, but also, you know, Call of Duty does it right again when they have a sound associated with their kill streak, so you're rewarded in every sense that is possible to be rewarded in the game. Now, I never played Quake, but I'm pretty sure that there were no kill streaks such as they are in that game, and I can be assured of this because, for one thing, Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 1, which were direct mods of the Quake 3 engine, didn't have kill streaks. They didn't even have sprint, because sprint wasn't a native feature in Quake, I don't think. So the only way they could reward you is with sight and sound, you know, a point coming up, or you fragged X, and some sort of audio cue. Now, you'll get the explosion of the guy if you gibbed him, or if you shot him with a rocket, or whatever it is. But you'd also be audibly rewarded for playing well. And so you want to keep playing because you want to keep hearing double kill, triple kill, ultra kill, whatever it was that you keep hearing. And you know that because the developers put in multiple tiers of audible rewards going up to ludicrous kill, that if you couldn't get those at first, you could maybe get them with time and experience in the game. So I suppose when I ask for Quake sounds in every game, I'm being facetious in that I don't think every game needs the Quake announcer saying double kill and all of the others. But I think there needs to be more incentive for the player to do certain things. And maybe if that was there, we'd see more objective play in games where there is an objective, but no one plays it.